Dear student, welcome to my channel. This is the second video on applied data science, and in this video I am going to discuss data science process. Now let us start. The data science process is methodical and iterative framework which is used to discover useful relationship and patterns within a data set. One of the most widely adopted models for this is CRISP-DM, that is Cross-Industry Standard Process for Data Mining Framework. The 5 important key stages are prior knowledge, data preparation, modeling, model evaluation, deployment and maintenance. Now we will see each stage in detail. Now we will start with the prior knowledge, that is nothing but business and data understanding. First step is clearly define the objective. Clearly define the problem statement to guide analysis. Without it, selecting the right data set and the algorithm is impossible. For example, predicting customer churn in telephone company. So in telephone company, lot of databases or different data sets are available for the different purposes. But when we want to predict the customer churn, so at that time we require to take that particular data. Again, for this subject matter expertise is also required. For example, having a knowledge of specific domain to correctly understand and interpret data. For example, knowing the banking rules helps to interpret the loan approval data correctly. And in healthcare, knowing the medical concept helps to correctly analyze patient data and avoid the wrong conclusion. So initially also it's required, that is when we are selecting the data, we can take the particular fields which are important, and after the model train, we can see that whether model is giving the correct answer or not. Next is data survey. Practitioners survey all available data to determine if it is sufficient to answer the business question. For example, checking if customer data history is sufficient for prediction or not. Then causation versus correlation. Knowledge of the domain helps to ensure that model respect causal directions, ensures relationships are logical and valid. Example is credit score influence interest rate, not the other way around. Now I will take that, for example, correlation is purely mathematical. That is, if we use numbers into the correlation algorithm, it will find out the relationship regardless whether it makes sense or not. Causation, however, requires human logic and domain expertise to determine which variable actually drives the change in another. For example, credit score influences the interest rate but not the other way around. So this is nothing but logical thinking. Next is data preparation, that is exploration, data analysis. This involves using descriptive statistics and visual plots to understand data distribution, extreme values and interrelationship. Use statistics and visualization to understand the data. So here two types of statistics comes, that is descriptive, in which the calculation is there and visualization is also there. That is, for example, plotting sales trends using graphs to identify the patterns. Next is quality management. To prevent errors from impacting model representativeness, data cleaning is performed. This includes removing duplicates, standardizing the values, quarantining the outliers, clean data by removing errors and inconsistencies. That is nothing but example is removing duplicate customer records. So after quality management, so whatever the data is going into the model is a quality. Then other steps are handling the missing values. Strategies for incomplete records include identifying the cause of missing data, substituting values with the statistical measure. For example, either we can replace with the mean, max or average. Ignoring the records to reduce data set size. Fill or remove the missing data appropriately by using the different techniques. Data transformation. Data must be transformed into structured tabular format. This may include binning numerical values into categories or normalizing the attributes so that numeric range do not unfairly dominate the model. For example, if two columns are there and the first column, that is first feature, having the values between 0 to 10 and second feature having the value between 0 to 1 lakh, so at that time to learn the model we require more time, so it is better to normalize both the columns so that the learning is also very easy and understanding of the data becomes easy. That is nothing but the convert the data into suitable format for modeling. After making the cleaning the data, the next step is modeling. That is nothing but abstract representation. A model is created to represent the relationship between the input and output. Then we use the different types of machine learning algorithms to build a model. For example, we can use the prediction. For prediction, we can use the regression. For classification, we can use the KNN. Then data decision trees. Then different types of algorithms like SVM. So here that is nothing but abstract representation. Now once the model is built, we train and testing is there. So the overall data set is typically split, often using 2/3 for training and 1/3 for testing of the model. That is split the data into training and testing set. 70%, generally 70% or 80% for training and 30% or 20% for testing. Training data set used by the algorithms to learn the patterns, which is used to train the model. After this, we are doing the validation, that is used to check the validity and performance of the created model on unseen data, which is basically used to evaluate the model performance. So if the model work very well on the validation data set, it means that it will work very well on unseen data in the future. That is nothing but the testing model accuracy on unseen customer data. Next is model evaluation. Performance testing. The model is applied to the test data set, that is the 1/3 of the data set that is not seen during the training, to ensure it generalizes well to new information. The model is applied to the test data set to check its ability to generalize. Standard metrics. Accuracy is measured using specific technical methods to determine if the model meets a business objective defined in step 1. So different metrics are there like accuracy, precision, recall. Achieving 90% accuracy is predicting customer churn is a good standard or good achievement in the model. Refinement. If the model performs poorly, practitioner returns to the data preparation or modeling stages to adjust the variable or algorithm. If performance is poor, revisit the earlier stages to improve the model. That is changing features or using different algorithms to improve the accuracy. The last stage is deployment and maintenance. Operationalization. Once validated, the model is integrated into the production environment where it can provide real-time insights or automate tasks. The model is deployed into the real-world system for practical use. For example, using loan approval model in the banking application. After that, continuous monitoring is required because models are not static. They must be monitored for drift, where the relationship between the variable changes over the time due to shifts in the real world. Models are monitored over time for changes in the data patterns. For example, detecting reduced accuracy due to changing customer behavior. Next is maintenance. This involves periodic retraining of the model with fresh data to ensure its prediction remains accurate and relevant. Models are periodically retrained with new data to maintain the performance. Knowledge extraction. The final goal is to convert data patterns into actionable business knowledge that informs strategy and decision making. Insights from the model are used for the decision making. For example, using sales prediction to make up planning, marketing strategies. This process is non-linear. Deployment often reveals new data gaps leading back to the business understanding or data preparation. This cycle ensures that model evolves alongside the business environment. So this is nothing but all about the data science process. Thank you.